Hello, my little munchkins, my crones, and my sunflowers. How are you on this Back to Life Monday? The word of the week is expectation. Why? Expect great things.
Yes.
I'm reading this book or listening to this book about paraphrasing. You have what you think.
Yes.
If you believe it.
That is
and
true.
You work at it. A lot of people think, oh, I want this grand piano, but I'm not going to work to get it. I just want it. And they just expect for the osmosis just to happen. No, it's a way that you dream and you work at something.
Yes.
It's hand in glove. It's like, if you love me, show me.
Mm-hmm.
Say, I love you, but I never tell you. I tell you I love you, but I don't show you. So it's action. I love you, but I work to it. What do you mean? Working whatever way. I may have to keep paying my bills and always just keep on believing whatever I have to do to keep it before me and work at it.
Yeah.
Be it mental or physical or both, right?
Yes.
The word is expectations. Great expectations for you, for baby Crone, and for me. And with that being said, we're going to talk about Housewives of Potomac.
Yes.
Go ahead. I you know what? I'm always elated to see Sharice.
Yes.
Always elated to see her.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about Sharice.
Go ahead. Go ahead on and get it out, because that's what I do. If you follow us.
So I am laughing so much because I'm thinking about Sharice because they did a little clip because Sharice really popped off over Candace and Robin. And when Sharice pops off, it seems like it's a trend. She bangs the table.
She does.
Everybody starts picking up their drinks like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Poor Sharice. But that's how she really cares about Robin and Candace's friendship. And she's just really saddened to see that they can't get over it. Really, she's saddened that Candace can't get over it.
Really, what she said over there, she had too much of that wine. That's what I was told at the party. What they said.
Yes, they were just like, what is her limit before she starts banging on tables?
I think that for me, no, what I think it was, she kept asking them to stop. Stop. Stop.
That is true. She did.
Bring it down. They wouldn't listen. And I think she just lost it. And of course, you got her girl Candace gets up and go cry.
Yes.
And then you got the African girl. What's her name? Neka, who wants to be a part of that group so bad. So she runs and she's taking care of
Candace.
And I understand, Neka, you want to be friends with all the girls, but unfortunately, it's a cliquish group.
Yeah. Sorry.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
But it isn't as bad as the cabal.
Yes.
On Married to Medicine. This could be worked out.
Yes.
And I kind of like it that's not, no, it is kind of sucky. It is.
Yes.
But
the clicks are so obvious in this.
The clicks are so obvious in it, yeah. And Nika is reminding me of Amia. She goes back and forth between groups too, because she likes one on each side. And I think it should be that way, because I would want to be on both groups. But what I won't do, I won't run back and tell what each group says.
Yes.
That I won't do. Mm-hmm. That I think I would sit on that like Ashley does.
Yeah,
Ashley is loyal to the Robin group.
She is. That is true.
Yeah, she's loyal to that. Woo woo.
Yeah.
She's loyal.
In my opinion, she's loyal to the right group.
Well, now see, you starting trouble up here. See?
I was.
You see? Okay, go ahead.
Because again, at the very beginning of the episode, we see Wendy, Candace, and Wendy's friend, who we also do not like. But don't figure, she's friends with Wendy. She's going to stand by Wendy no matter what.
She can go. I don't like her.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
But they were, I guess,
She could fit.
she just did big sides.
I don't want somebody coming and already picking a side.
Yes.
That I don't like.
You come in biased.
Just come in biased. And she come in on a side. And I think that's what turned me off. After looking at it again, if she come in, and that's how NECA came in. She came in biased. She came in with both. Because she really wanted to be friends with Wendy.
Yes.
But that went a while. And that wasn't her fault. That was really Ashley's fault.
Yeah, that was.
And she had nothing to do with NECA, but she caught the brunt end of it. Okay. Yeah. As a matter of fact, one of our people that gave a comment mentioned that, and I want to give a shout out to you for that, because she put them all down in the place of how they all were. Okay. You know, if I can find that message, I'll put it down.
All right.
For her. Yeah.
However, you can see, because they were all talking about how the Dominican Republic trip went, and they were just really talking about Robin. Well, really, Candace was just complaining about Robin to the group, like they didn't know because they were there at the Dominican Republic. But okay, moving on from them.
Well, I'm lost. I can't. What about Robin? What are you talking about? I got lost. What about the Dominican Republic? What about it?
When because they were just coming back from the Dominican Republic, and it was Wendy, Candace, and Wendy's friend. They were doing like some electrolysis or some type of saving.
Yes.
And Candace was just talking about her problems with Robin.
She was talking about her problems with Robin, and Wendy was getting also electrolysis done, or not electrolysis.
It was some type.
I want to get it done. I want to have that done too. I know it's getting old. I struggle with words. Laser. I want the laser treatment. Yeah.
Yeah, but that just shows you how they was just their little clique, because they were talking about the other group in a not kind way. Really, it was all about Robin. They were talking.
And our other group don't really sit around and talk about them unless it's an incident.
Yes.
But they really don't. But they do. And I don't think Karen does. I don't know. Karen is just open for good information.
She is.
Karen open for some gossip. And it was good to see Karen and her get together at her house, and she goes and visits Gazelle. It was good to see Karen. I always hope they just somehow manage to pull it together. Yes. Because to me, at the end of the day, they are the heartstrings of the show. That to me, true. You know, and like I said, I always been wanting Karen to change, but if they took her away, it would be definitely different. And maybe one day it needs to be different. I think some of these shows are getting locked in.
Yes. Getting too comfortable.
Too comfortable.
Yes, that is
just getting a little too comfortable, that they tend to be boring. Or the same, you come back and Candace and Gazelle not talking. Here it is 2 years later. It's like, this is old.
Yes.
New line. You know, y'all haven't fixed this up during vacation. It's just not.
No, it's not.
And even if they didn't like each other, they should be able to act like they did.
Yes.
I don't know.
Especially Karen, because Karen decided not to even come to Sharice's crab feast. Because apparently.
And I understand on everyone's side on how everyone feel, because Gazelle didn't want to go to but she did show up once. Yeah. But it's hard to go to someplace, because I wouldn't. If I don't like you and we done had an argument, that is the last place I'm going. Girl, I got better things to do. Sit up here and argue. Honey, I don't eat your crabs. I can afford that. If I eat them, I could buy them. I don't want to know. Who was that was at the table and they was eating the snow crabs and they didn't know what they were? She said, these are big ones. I like those.
NECA.
Right. Snow crabs, NECA.
Yes.
Or king crab.
Yes. I felt the same way when he got here, and I was expecting those
you cannot. I'm from Maryland. You cannot know crabs, the male and the female, and those crabs. They may have been cooked, but you ain't got no crabs. You should have sprinkled a little bit of Old Bay or a little bit of crab salt. they ain't had. It was bland.
Yes, they felt disappointed.
They should at least have a little bit of Old Bay to sprinkle. You ain't do a lot, or a little bit of that rock crab salt they throw on them, like poof, mixed with that. Ugh, I don't eat crabs, but Lord have mercy, I used to, but I'm allergic, so I had a real bad attack, and it made me go, no shellfish for me. They said they bottom eaters. I believe it. I'm done. I had a really bad effect, and I'm like, done. I broke out and I felt like I had turned as red as an apple. I thought that I was being stung by 1,000 bees all over my body. That was a nightmare for me. I was anaphylactic, and I was done. And if there's anything, I said that could have killed me. That's a wrap. I love them. I could be around them, but I won't eat them. No shellfish, no shrimp, no lobster, and no crabs. Every now and then I want a king crab. Dipped in a little butter with a little bit of garlic sauce. That's it. Okay, babe, come on, go ahead.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on. It's coming to the summer, to the spring. What? It is not. It's like a smell. You go downtown with certain parts, and all you smell in the air is crabs.
Okay.
It's a big thing here. It really is.
Yes, it truly is.
Crab feast is very big here. And I have to say, I've been around, and I have to say, Maryland is ranking with them crabs.
Okay.
They are ranking with the crabs. You want a good crab?
Delicious crab cakes.
You want a good crab? Maryland.
Yes.
And like you can go to, because I've been a lot of places. I've traveled around this country. You can go to Fisherman's Wharf and the hilly place, California, San Francisco. You can go there and they're good, but it's something about the Maryland crab that they get from the bay. It's just something about it. I'm just saying.
In the water over here.
Something in the water, you know. So anyway, go ahead. I just had to say it. Go ahead.
Yes. Now, Charisse. Okay. Well, before we get on to that, who also remember how we said that Karen didn't want to come because she isn't close with Charisse. Well, Robin was the first to show up, and Candace was the second one to show up. And Robin was getting ready to go downstairs to let in whoever was ringing the doorbell. And when she saw it was Robin, she was like, "Oh, nope."
When she saw it was Candace, she was like, "Ugh."
Yeah, she hit back there and on her phone
and act like, Love that, Robin. That's that. But you know what? She was there though. At least she came. Yeah. Karen didn't come, but at least she did. And I do like the way that when she come in the room, nobody don't say nothing. But it was so funny that when Candace stepped out the room and nobody run after but Necca. Yes. And when Candace said she was ready to leave, nobody said, "Oh," I was thinking that somebody was going to do it. Nope.
They kept it moving.
Nobody said bye, baby. That's no lie. Nobody said stay. No. Nobody said nothing. She grabbed her little big old bag.
Yes.
And she told Necca, "I do this all the time."
Yes, she does.
That's true. And she said, "I think I better go." And she was not missed.
I think that was her walking out embarrassed after that whole situation.
But why would she be embarrassed? Because of her being loud?
Yes, because she even apologized to the woman that I think it was like.
I understand. I would have been embarrassed because she kept telling them this. She got this, and she been drinking that expensive wine, and it just hit her. Shut the hell up! They wasn't respecting her.
They really weren't.
And she only meant well, but the lady hugged her and. It's okay. Yeah. We good. But Robin was the last to stop talking. And then Robin was like, "Oh, okay, that's what we doing. Okay, but you got to respect people sometimes.
Yeah,
That's fussing and screaming. You don't need that all the time.
Yeah.
You don't need it none of the time, but geez.
Yeah. And lastly, Charisse is friends with Jacqueline. So Jacqueline was invited, and Mia and Jacqueline got to have a little conversation to patch things up. It seems like they're going to move forward because Mia has been going to therapy, and she said that. I mean, she didn't even have to say it. Jacqueline's like, I understand why you could be treated this way.
Now.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And Mia admitted it. She was just like, yes, it does go back to our childhood.
I think what Mia is saying is, I didn't know it triggered me. I didn't know that affected me. The very fact you left me, these years I've done things to hurt you over and over. Yes. I didn't know where it's coming from. Mm-hmm. But now I know it was from that incident. Yes. And when she said, I didn't know until 2 days later or 2 years later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she didn't know.
She said, I didn't know until 2 years? Was it 2 years?
I think it was 2 years.
2 years later, 2 days later. No, it couldn't have been 2 days. No. 2 years later. So it's like, and for that reason, she believed that, like, she knew that. And it was like, I need time. And she said, well, should we hug? And then the other girl says, no, not right now. Mm-hmm. And so they both need time to heal. Okay. And will they ever be the same? No. Mm-mm. They'll never be friends. Ever, ever, ever. Because that woman, what's her name?
Jacqueline.
Had a breakdown on camera. It is no way they could ever pick that back up. She could never trust Mia again. And Mia never trusted her. Mm-hmm. So we see the breakdown of a relationship by not sharing and talking.
Yes.
Acting, but not sharing. And what I like about Robin and Candace, Robin and Candace is they tried. There is no getting together. No. It's over. Why? Because Candace doesn't see where she has gone wrong. No. Robin has done everything she could, in my opinion, to show her, I got your back. I never would do this. Yes. But Candace got this mindset. It's a mindset. It's a sick mindset. If you're friends with my enemy, then you're friends with you. If you're friends with an enemy of mine, then I can't trust you. Then you are an enemy of mine. I grew up in a family where there's siblings. Mm-hmm. And you learn what sister you trust for this and what sister you trust for that. Because you're forced to learn how to get along. You're forced. And it seems to me Candace can't separate the meat from the bad part. She doesn't know how to get the nut out the shell without eating the hard shell. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to delegate that. Yes, we could be your friends, but it's only so much I can relate to you because you walk with this person. Mm-hmm. But you have a right to be friends with that person. Yes. You and me could never, I won't walk like that with you, but I still have a trust for you. And there'll still be room in my life for you. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And to put somebody, and that's the same thing it's on Lisa Vanderpump. When it gets like that, to me, that's starting to turn into a cabal, and you need to start doing something about it. Mm-hmm. When it gets that comfortable, where you start feeling that way, you're not a team player. You got to be able to get over it and be friends with people, not close. Just make your peace.
Yes.
And go ahead, baby. Come.
Especially because you got to really think about this. This is like a work environment. These are your coworkers. Mm-hmm. You may be cool, chummy with your coworkers, but you still got to remember this is a job. And if you guys stop being friends and you like your job and you want to keep your job, you're just going to have to be cordial.
Right. And they don't make that. They thrive off of it, but it gets old. So like after a year, that hatred done gotten deeper. It's infected now. Yes. So now we have an infection. And this infection, they both agree. And what's her name? Charisse should have never brought it up. Everywhere we go, everybody trying to make them speak. There is no conversation. And that's what That's what Robin said. I'm done. But nope, Candace had to go in. Is it me?
No, it's not you. Because now she's heard that Robin shared private text messages with a blogger.
But Robin explained why.
Mm-hmm.
To explain a situation. Right. I didn't say anything bad, but when you're looking for something, you'll take anything.
Yes.
She said, I didn't even say it ain't even nothing for her to be mad of. And it wasn't nothing. She didn't say what it was, did she?
No, it was just to prove to the blogger that Candace was upset that I had left her on red, and this is what I had left her on red on.
Oh, that was it. And she using it. Now it's like, that's all you got?
That's all she's
got. That's what you coming to hold on to your emotions with. See, when people can't forgive, they look at Candace want to have a baby. I'm telling you, that unforgiveness, you got to be careful. It's demonic. You passed it on to people. That unforgiveness is just not a good thing. I'm telling you. You know, people wonder why they sick, because you got unforgiveness in your heart. Why every time you try to take 2 steps forward, you find yourself 5 steps back? Unforgiveness, stuff you haven't held on to for ever since you was a kid. You're a grown person and still holding on. It's time to let go. Baby Crone, what else?
No, that was pretty much this episode. Yes, it was.
I mean, I'm learning you got to let go.
Yes.
If you want to be free.
Yes, be like Mia and Jacqueline.
At least they trying.
Yes, they're trying.
They're trying. Yes. And if that's it, that's probably the best they'll ever be. And that's okay. Mm-hmm. Because they put their weapons down.
Yes, they did.
And here we see, I don't really think Robin have a weapon anymore.
No, she doesn't.
But Candace does.
She does. Multiple.
She just got more. In a way, this may sound crazy, but I feel sorry for people now that can't forgive. Because she's grabbing anything to make it make sense. And it won't. Because you're grabbing for something. And if that was your girl, she's saying, yeah, I did that because of this and that. I'm not known to lie. It wasn't nothing. But that's something for her because I need to prove that you bad.
Yes.
I need to prove this. So I'll grab on to anything because I got to prove, even though we're looking at that it. Yes, it's something. And also, I think her husband probably feed it too. Because that's who she runs to, and he feeds it, you know. And he's not even a part. The thing is, he doesn't let it go.
Yeah.
But as her husband, he probably say, honey, you know how it is. You know you right. I don't know what he's saying, but
to please Candace.
To please her. To shut that hell of a mouth up of her, that sewer. So I get it. Because if I had to deal with it, I'd be like, yes, honey, yep, you're right. Anything that shut that up, because it's just vomit that come out of that and poop.
Yeah, she probably talks about it over and over and over. And he's like, can we talk about something new?
No, he probably just go to she'll probably, you fell asleep on me. Oh, honey, I was so sleepy, but I heard what you said. Go ahead on. I talk like I know what I'm talking about. Well, anyway, is there anything else?
Nope, that was for real.
Well, that's all we have on, what is it?
Real Housewives of Potomac.
I thought it was very good, and I want to end it on a good note. It was very sad to see Gazelle really, really go through that of letting her daughter go, you know, at the time, because her daughter probably done been home and everything. But it is not easy. Right now, baby Crone is planning on taking a trip, and I don't like it because I'm going to be left behind.
And it's just going downhill for me.
And I'm so happy that it is, you know, because I want us to take the trip. So anyway.
We definitely will, for sure.
So I want to, and so we come back and show you what we have, and I want to do it. But I want to do it at least once. What am I talking about? See the solar eclipse. It won't be another one until 2143 or 45. That would be the next time we see one. And who knows? That's a long time from now.
That definitely
So
is.
I want to see this. And I know it's going to be crowded. And I want to get my things together. But hopefully we'll be recording you and bringing you all along with us in the hotel room.
Travel blog.
Travel blog. We want to do it. Well, with that being said, That's it. We have to say about what's this?
Real Housewives of Potomac. Apparently a reunion's coming up because we
Soon.
heard on Watch What Happens Live when Robin was on there last night that she briefly recapped some of the stuff that happened on the reunion. Well,
Oh,
Amy did.
okay.
Yes,
okay.
and we saw.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just a little excited because we saw Claudia Jordan on there.
And she's like asking to come back. I would be appreciative if she did come
If you
back.
bring back people.
Bring her back.
Yeah.
You never got to see her.
No,
I would like Claudia there without Nene Leakes, because Nene Leakes was just so horrible. And I like Claudia. She does a lot for the show. So I'm rooting for Claudia to come back on one of them shows. It don't even have to be Atlanta.
Okay.
It could be, she could go on Beverly Hills. She can go anywhere, because I think she brings a lot to the show. And she's seasoned, and she's not broke, and she has a life to talk about. So I hope that they find room for Claudia Jordan, because I thought it was weird that she was just on the show.
Yes, it was
So
interesting.
maybe they're introduced. I hope.
Yes. Bring back the old cheese. Let's make it a trend.
To put on Married to Potomac. She lives in Atlanta. So, well, we hope that she comes back. Well, with that all being said, that's all we got.
Yes.
That's it. Is there anything else?
Nope, there's
That's
nothing
it.
else.
So you know what we're going to do? Sunflowers.